Let's go. 10 seconds to kick off. I'm looking down the field trying to figure out who I'ma pick off. Right here, right now is the time and the place, and I'ma put his helmet to the other side of his face. The game's underway. In this smash mouth football, we come to play. So pad up if you wantin' to fight. It's Friday night, game tight, and we under the lights. Let's go.
Under the Lights, presented by Rush Personnel.
Welcome into week 4 of Under the Lights. I'm Jenna Fink.
And I'm Ryan Ketchum, and we have a lot of great games to get to, Jenna. I mean, the competition is really starting to pick up right now.
We saw some big defensive plays, some offensive plays, and our first rivalry bowl games of the year. But let's start with our game of the week.
It's time for Action News Now, Game of the Week.
Durham hosting Paradise. The Trojans looking for their 4th straight home win. The Bobcats hoping to avoid its first 1-2 start since 2013. It was a defensive slugfest early. First drive, Durham's Kevin O'Connor comes out of nowhere to sack Paradise's Brady Betancourt. The Trojans get the ball but can't capitalize. So Paradise back with it. Running back Levi Carter finds a hole and takes off 55 yards. But now the Bobcats offense stalls. Durham with another chance on offense, but Paradise's defense steps up. Michael Kennefick and Jordan Jolly with the tag team sack, but both offenses finally get going in the second quarter. This is a Betancourt pass to Lonnie Pearson, a beautiful catch, which sets up this on 4th and 12. Betancourt throwing a dart to Jordan Jolly. Paradise takes a 7-0 lead. Durham has an answer. Quarterback Ryan Doyle dumps it down to Gavin Keene, and the senior runs right through the defense and sets the Trojans up in the red zone. Then Doyle and Keene finish the job, an effortless touchdown pass, but a missed extra point. So Paradise leads 7-6 at the half, and Durham's offense comes alive in the second half to win 19-7. The Trojans are 4-0 for the first time since 2017, while Paradise drops to 1-2 for the first time since 2013.
Now over to Orland, the home opener for the Trojans as they host Shasta, and both teams coming out strong defensively. We're going to slow this down for you on the first play. Shasta forcing the fumble, and the big man, number 66, Mason Stanky. He's a senior, taking it deep into Trojans territory. This was Orland's first drive of the game, but the Wolves couldn't capitalize. Next drive for Orland. Start of the second quarter, quarterback Grant Foster taking himself up the middle for the first score of the game. Orland was up 7-0. And they go right back to Foster on the very next drive after forcing a punt. Foster doing his thing on the near sideline, leading his blockers right there, 14-0. But the Wolves, they made their way back, or at least trying to make their way back. They put up 2 touchdowns in the second half, one after this big run from Braxton Fleming, but Orland would take this game. Orland still undefeated in this young season. They won this one 29-13 after scoring 15 unanswered points. And what a game from Orland QB Grant Foster. He rushed for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night.
So many other games happening in our area tonight too, Ryan. Here's our first scoreboard check of the night. Pleasant Valley lost its first game of the year to Oak Ridge 41-10. That was on Thursday night. And on the bright side, the Vikings were the first team to score against those Trojans all year. Las Plumas crushed Central Valley for its first win of the season, 54-26 the final. And Fall River shut out Weed 39-0. It was the Cougars' first game of the season because of the mill fire. Just great to see them out there playing. And East Nicholas cruised by Cordova 45-6. The Spartans up to 3-1 on the season.
UPrep beat McKinneyville 24-6 to advance to 4-0 on the season, and Portola steamrolled Reading Christian 41-7. The Lions still winless in their first season with 11-man football. Now Red Bluff hosts Corning in the Tehama County Shootout. We'll show you the highlights from this historic rivalry next.
Plus, Live Oak and Gridley battled it out in the Harvest Bowl. Find out which team took home the bragging rights.
It's time for Action News Now, Cheer of the Week.
But first, here's a look at tonight's cheerleaders of the week from Red Bluff High School.